Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to Marvel Future Revolution. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Dev Note number 2 here. This is a response to all the player feedback that we got regarding the leveling gate, Blitz, and all that has happened since the most recent update. So we're going to go ahead and run through this. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with everything Marvel Future Revolution, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So we're going to take a look at this. You know, before we jump into this, you know how you know that you can do something, and no matter how many times you try and do that, it just doesn't come out right. You just have one of those days. That's me with this Dev Note. I've been trying to put this video together since Friday, since this was put out, but just nothing was working. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't come out right. So I think we're good today. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Like I said, this is the developer response to all the feedback regarding the most recent update, the leveling gate, Blitz rewards, things like that. I think them coming out with this so quickly just really solidifies that the team is taking a good look at all the feedback that's coming from the players, and they want to make this game the best game possible and make it to where we want to constantly come back. So let's go ahead. We're going to dive into this. I'm not going to go line item by line item. We're going to talk about each subject though. But I will also put a link in the description below if you want to go in here and take a look at absolutely everything that was that's in here. All right, first, they did want to say this, right? We had hoped to provide our agents with the best gaming environment by gathering information through various channels and listening to your voices. A lot of this stuff came up through Discord. We tried our best to implement improvements up until the very last minute. However, we encountered unexpected errors, causing inconvenience to our agents' gameplay. Once again, we would like to extend our apologies regarding this matter. I think really kind of what just happened here, there's a lot of things at play, right? I think there were just some things that were overlooked. When we take a look at this blitz count change, so overall what they were trying to do is they were trying to minimize how often we were playing that one specific game mode, right? We were running through Blitz 3 times a day, 9 times, each Blitz 9 times. And then if you're paying crystals to do more, you're doing that even more. And it takes quite a bit of time to run through all that. So they wanted to bring that down to 5. You select which one. They wanted to make the rewards comparable. I don't think they really attained that, or maybe even, I mean, us as players, we didn't realize how much of an impact that would be, and that we actually did like going through all of those. Because for me specifically, right now I'm just running the player 105, I mean Blitz 105, so I can get those badges. But what I liked about before was I had those Blitz chances to run and get badges for all of my alts and stuff as well. And now essentially you either burn all of your Blitz chances on a lower level Blitz, or you're continuing to farm the highest Blitz you can. So I thought this would be a great thing. But the cool thing is, they said right here, in addition, we're removing all available options, or reviewing all available options, including restoring the previous Blitz reward count system, 3 per Blitz. They're going to do their best to find a solution as soon as possible. I think that's good. I think reverting back to the 3 per Blitz, I think that's good. It allows for you to farm every Blitz. It gives you those chances. You still have the crystals if you want to do more farming. Plus, you just have those opportunities to really collect those badges for your alts. And I think with new players coming into the game, you're going to want that. Unless you have 6-star of every single Blitz, which I've been working on until this change, but unless you have 6-star, at least one set of 6-star badges for every single Blitz, you're not going to have that opportunity, and it's going to be a little difficult, right? Hopefully you're saving your badges so that you can level your alts, not just now, but for any new characters that come into the game later on. Next is the Dark Zone reconfiguration. I think this is very important to point out because they did say we didn't really take a good look at this. So they said they put a lot of thought into ensuring both a streamlined development for our game and a satisfactory sense of growth for our players. And we ultimately decided that the Dark Domain alone did not provide sufficient opportunities for leveling. So this was all built out. They got that whole Dark Domain zone built, but it only landed us at 103. So they're like, oops, what are we going to do? We have to do something to allow the players to gain experience so we can do that. So they said, hey, let's go ahead and allow for XP acquisition in the Dark Zone. Now, that's been a little frustrating because you're limited to 1 hour a day in the Dark Zone. And the faster you can farm those mobs, the more experience you're going to get. On average, I'm getting 30 to 40% per hour each day. So it's taking about 2 to 3 days on average to gain a level. So just something to keep in mind there. The development team is considering expanding ways to earn experience. So they are taking a look at that. They did say, man, this just isn't doing what we wanted. Let's go ahead and allow the Dark Zone experience. I think really just allow mob farming throughout the entire game in every single zone, just like every other MMO. If you run out of quests, go do mob farming. I think that would be an easy fix because they can't add more quests. The storyline is already going to where it's going to go for this expansion. So I think allowing for mob farming throughout the entire game, I think is good. Not just limited to that. Now, granted, people are going to max level, but that's okay. Everybody, most players max level a new area, a new zone, a new expansion, whatever you want to call it in an MMO in the first couple days anyway. It's just kind of the norm. And then you're farming your equipment, you're farming. So in this case, we'd max level, we'd farm our badges and our gear and all that stuff. All right, next is hero balance. I thought this was really cool because they are looking at specifically 3 heroes right here. So hero balances, you can read through that, basically collecting player feedback, really trying to find a good balance across all heroes. And I think they've done a pretty good job in this game balancing the heroes. But they call out 3 specifically. So Captain America, decrease the delays and motions of all short range skills. That right there, his hand-to-hand combat skills take forever. I don't like using them because it locks me in place. I can dodge out of it, but I don't do as much damage as I need to. So you're locked in there to do the full damage, right? And then improve the movement tracking precision function to prevent skill fails. This is important to prevent skill fails and process the input accurately. Storm, accentuate Storm's role as an AoE damage dealer, so just really kind of focus her on that AoE damage. I feel that she does pretty good as far as AoE output, but they want to improve that. Delay skill, decrease skill delays and motions. So again, essentially, like with Captain America, the casting time it takes in order to complete a skill. So they want to shorten that. I know that there's a lot of feedback with Storm, just with how long it takes for her skills to complete, right? And then improve skill performance. And again, Star-Lord, I feel that they're slowly stepping up Star-Lord. I think this is like the third little balance change that they've done with Star-Lord. So decrease skill delays and motions and improve skill performance. So again, the casting time. I think, what is it, Elemental Cannon or something like that, that takes a little bit of time in order to fully display the skill. So they're reviewing various other issues aside from the ones mentioned above. So constantly balancing. And I think it's good to slow step whenever you do balance changes rather than a massive step forward and then have to dial back. So I appreciate that approach. There's various other glitches that they're working on. Expansion of costumes and Omega cards. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely awesome. This I love. Having to spend a lot of effort and currency on costumes and Omega cards is absolutely crazy in this game. Just to repeat the process every time you add a new hero. That's getting very, very difficult. Look what they are looking at doing. We plan to allow players to convert the costumes or Omega cards of your main hero into the costumes or Omega cards of other heroes. So with the Omega cards, remember, once you get to a 4-star Omega card, you get that hero-specific stat. There's a hero-specific stat that you get in there. So allowing us to be able to change that for an alt or change the costume for an alt, you'll probably stick with the same region, but you just change it to be specific for, let's just say, Magic, when Magic comes out. This, I don't know if this is going to be ready by the time Magic comes out, but I think that is absolutely awesome. Costume Nano Fusion also. So as of now, Nano Fuse costumes, they can't be changed. It's a pretty locked in option or game function. It's probably because it has to do with coding and things like that. They said that they are looking at improving the system to allow changing options of Nano Fuse costumes. So I don't know if that's specific to changing stats. That would be cool if we could choose some stats, especially with how much you have to put into Nano Fuse. You need to get 6-star, a duplicate 6-star costume of that one that you currently have equipped in order to do the Nano Fusion. And you do that what, multiple times? It's crazy. Next is Battle Badge crafting. I think this is absolutely awesome as well. We're continuing to farm the blitzes so we can get our battle badges. We already have a crafting system in the game. I don't see why we can't craft higher level badges to allow us just to get up to those 6-star badges that everybody wants a little more fluidly rather than this complete RNG thing that we have in Blitzes right now. I think this is absolutely awesome. It needs to happen. So we are currently reviewing and considering the suggestions for improvement related to the acquisition of badges through Blitz, Omega War, and Dark Zone. We are aware that it's difficult to obtain high-grade battle badges, such as 6-star battle badges, obviously. Thus, we would like to add a way to craft and obtain high-level badges. Don't know what that's going to look like. Maybe you need to, I don't know. Well, I mean, if you take a look at gear, right? You need 5 pieces of the same star level in order to go up to the next star level. That seems pretty easy to do. You can actually farm badges pretty easy in this game just by AFK farming and running through blitzes, right? So I think this is great. Can't wait to see what this looks like. And then just right here, we prepared a small gift express. Everybody should have got that the other day on the 3rd. To rewards a costume draw ticket times 5, card draw ticket times 5. You just needed to have a heroes created before 10-2. Prior to 10-2. And then there were some issues with the region, the costume selection boxes as well. So this is what they've done with that. So it's 1 per squad, but it's sticking around for, I don't think there's a time limit, until further notice. So this allows you some time to collect currency, so you can go ahead and choose these costume selection boxes. Remember, don't choose the headpiece. The headpiece you get for free just by running through the different regions. However, I did notice I did not get a Dark Domain headpiece. If anybody got a Dark Domain headpiece, let me know, because I don't think I got one, and I don't think I dismantled it. I wouldn't have unlocked it, but let me know. All right, and again, they just wanted again apologize for all the disappointment and things. There's a lot of feedback that came back. But I think that they're addressing it well. They're taking a look. They're giving us kind of some insight into some things that they're discussing and what we might be able to see. They also say in here that it may take several updates to attain everything that they want to do here. So just be patient there. We're going to have to grind Dark Zone for a little while to get to 110. I think all of us OG players are probably going to get to 110 through the Dark Zone, and then new players coming in, they'll probably have a different experience there. But there we go. That's the dev note. Dev note number 2, the response they had to all the player feedback from the most recent update. I'm really curious on your thoughts. What do you think of this dev note? If you've seen this before, kind of what are your thoughts and how do you feel about it? I'm very curious. All right, everybody, there you go. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.